Good morning. It's Sunday morning, and took a 0 yesterday in Hot Springs and stayed at this little place. Well, leaving Hot Springs. Nice big river here. Back later. Okay, that's like the French River, right?
Oh yeah, it is.
And we are back in the woods. Look at this. Came across a bridge right there between those trees. Came down here. Followed these white blazes, watch them carefully because the trail kind of meanders around a bit. And now we're hiking along the river. But we're back in the woods. It feels good to be back in the woods. I'm gonna miss it. Little tiny water. Right along that river, about a couple hundred yards after you come in the woods. Right up a little class 4 action, or is that class 5? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, after you come out of Hot Springs, you kind of go across a bridge and you make a right and you come down to the river and you walk along the river for at least, I think it goes for about a quarter mile or so. I'm not really sure it goes much further than that. There's a camping over there on the other side of the river. Later. So the fire was a couple weeks ago. And they were, of course this is the AT, they were rerouting people around this fire. So I think this is the French River down here.
Yeah, that's French Broad.
French.
You'll step out a little closer and you get a little better shot at that.
Yeah, and I gotta keep my camera though. Pretty good view, and there's Hot Springs over there. That's all of it.
Yep. How you going, buddy?
And we came across.
Introduce yourself.
You're wearing. Oh, sorry.
We're flooded today.
I missed the uptake. Chili,
Smoky.
Okay, where you guys?
From Raleigh,
Raleigh?
North Carolina.
Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Go BG.
Yeah.
Mr. Buckeye.
Yeah. There's
Yak.
Yeah. He's our Irish Canadian guy. This appears to be Pump Gap, I guess. And the trail goes up that way. There's a blaze right there. Looks like a campsite here, not real level, but you can camp here. The trail came down there. And that looks like Pump Gap Trail. I don't know if that goes to Pump Gap or if we're in Pump Gap, but at any rate, that's where we're at. And I think we're about 3 miles from Hot Springs. And I hear an airplane overhead. And I'll talk to you later. As I said a minute ago, we're about 3 miles out of Hot Springs, and we didn't climb straight out, so we did some switchbacks, and so I'm sure we're probably only a couple miles away actually from Hot Springs. But at any rate, the fire burns all the way back in here too. It must have been a pretty good sized fire, because we've been hiking for 3 miles and we've been in the middle of it or seeing remnants of it all the way. You can see the burns even on the ground. That side of this tree is all burned up. Cool, huh? So what do we have here? A little stone dam out here. The concrete dam. I think it's about 20 feet high and maybe 15 yards across. With a bench. Oh, and the skunky. Oh, this is that skunky pond, yeah. Look at this skunky pond. Yuck. Oh well, so much for the skunky pond. Okay, we've come on down there. There's like a little cool open area down there. And we up this road. And it's not intuitively obvious to me where the trail goes. I see a road closed down there, but no white blaze. Oh, there's a white blaze right there. Oh, up here, it goes up the road. Okay, well, I'm gonna turn this camera off in hopes that when the trail turns off, I don't miss it. I see a white blaze right there, and I see one right there. So, I'll see you later. Okay, so that sign right there says we're at Tanyard Gap. Hot Springs is 3.8, and this must be Tanyard Gap right down here. And we just, from we were at that little tobacco farm, we just hiked above the road. It's the same road. We just hiked up above the road and then dropped down the road again. It looks like we're, well, it looks to me like the only place we can go is across this bridge. And there's a road down below here. Right there, 4-lane highway. And of course, I never looked that stuff up, so I have no idea what it is. And I assume that the Appalachian, yeah, there's a blaze right there. I hope that, now, let's go over there and see. Yep, there's a white blaze right there on the bridge, right there. Oh, that's not a 4-lane highway, that's just a passing lane for people coming up the hill. Beautiful day today. A little chilly, but you know, chilly makes it easy to hike in. You don't sweat as much. I'm not all sweaty. I'm a little cold, but not, at least I'm not sweaty. And this little double blaze means we're going to turn up here somewhere. And I don't see another yellow blaze anywhere. Oh, there's one right here. Yellow blaze right there. And I see one right here. I'm gonna turn this off and look for the trail. Okay, so we are about 6 miles away from Hot Springs, and you can see that there's still a lot of burn in here where that fire was. Must have been one big fire, because it went for at least about 5 miles. And those trunks are all, see those trunks are all burning the bottom. Look at this little spring here is no more. Look at this, it's all burned along here. It's all burned up there. It's burned along here also. Yeah, you can see it's all burned. It's all burned up. That's all black. I don't know if the camera will pick up how black that is. That's all burned. Bottoms of those trunks are burned. Still a lot of burn area here. Bottoms of these trunks are just black. This is not sure what the name of the mountain is or if it's even named, but this is the top of the second climb of the day. And we drop down into a gap. Hopefully there'll be a sign down there. And we climb up the shelter, and the shelter's like 2.5 miles away. So I think the gap's about a half mile, so we're gonna have to climb up 2 miles to the shelter. But that's just the way it is today, you know. Whenever you come out of like the NOC or Franklin or Damascus, you know, I don't know about Damascus, but where else we just come out of? Oh, Hot Springs. You have to climb out all day long. I'll see you later. We're in one of these rhododendron tunnels, and it's been singed by the fire, so all the leaves are brown, and most of the leaves are on the ground. And we're by trail, we're about 9 miles from Hot Springs. I'm sure, by the way the crow flies, we're probably a lot shorter, but this fire was all the way out here, so it ran at least from Hot Springs all the way up here. This is all along here is burned. These rhododendron are all singed. The upper leaves look fine, but the lower leaves are all singed. Of course, the ground's all burned. All the loose stuff on the ground is burned. And there's a road right there, a gravel road. I don't know what gravel road that is, but there's a gravel road. We're going this way. See you in a bit. So we're crossing this dirt road. And it looks like it goes that way and down this way and up that way. And it looks like it's been used and worked on the last real recently. So you probably use these roads during the fire, try to fight the fire or get at it. And we're about 2/10 of a mile from Hurricane Gap, 2 miles from the shelter we're going to stay at or near. We're going to camp out. And there's a spring about 2/10 of a mile ahead, and we're going to water up. See you later. So apparently this must have been where they dropping people off, fighting the fire, because a little sign that says drop point 3 here. There's a porta potty up there in the middle of nowhere. And as you can see, someone's been throwing gravel on this road recently, and there's been a lot of traffic. So this was probably the epicenter of the firefighting right here. So I didn't say, but this is Hurricane Gap. The trail goes up this way. Okay, we're about done here. We're 11 miles north of Hot Springs, and this is Spring Mountain Shelter. Hopefully there's some nice camping spots around it. And today was just a day of 11 miles of climbing, it seemed like, coming out of Hot Springs. It says water's down that way. I don't really see any place to camp.
He was soft as the rain and sweet like sugar. He will always be my favorite lover. He took me where the pines were tall and free. He laid me in the grass and made love to me. We listened to the howl of the old wolf mother, singing to the moon, her star-crossed lover. We played guitar by the fire that night. We made music till the first daylight. We made music till the first daylight. How I miss those days back when we drive around the town drinking too much gin. I learned about loss by loving that man. I still remember the feel of his hands. Still remember the feel of his hands. I learned about loss by loving